So we had a actually great debate earlier today between Asia's analysis and Pops. Asia took the dub, but now we get into the other side of the bracket to where we're gonna do a little inside on Zee from Reedie Zee. So without further ado, let's get
Hey,
straight
what's
to
up,
it.
Miss B-Miss, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance. Hey, Off the Bench is 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We on the road to 1,000 subs. Currently, we have 517. So if you could do me a solid by adding on to 517 by pressing that sub, hitting that like button, and hitting the bell notification, so you could be abreast of what's next off the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, we have a one half of the dynamic duel. So they're one of my favorite actual um, content creators out there right now. Uh, they've been in the grind, man. They've been hustling. They got over 2,000 subs. One half of the great dynamic duo of Reedie and Zee. Shout out to the homie. What's good, Z? How's it going, my man? My bad.
What's up?
Not much, man. How's it going with you?
All is well, man. All is well. Happy to be here. Appreciate you.
Likewise. Appreciate you too, my brother. So man, you had a thrilling victory against John in round one, and man, I just want to ask, so what can we look forward to against you going up against your other co-host, Juan Gotti, in the second round, man? So what you looking for? I mean, you got to start the shit talk. Y'all shit talk every week. So I mean, y'all got to go ahead and you got to start the flames, man.
I mean, for real, Juan is definitely he one of the OGs. Has been ahead. He may be young in age, but he's definitely been around in this content creator world for a
Mm,
minute. So much respect to bro. You know what I mean? But I'm always open to, some competition.
mm.
And you know me, I play it however my opponent play. If they want to talk shit, they we can talk shit. But for the to start it out, I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna see what he on.
And it's funny because I'm like, y'all talk shit all the time, and then as soon as y'all get on here, y'all like, nah, I'm gonna be cool. Nah, nigga, let the joint spray. Like, what's up? Like,
Nah, for real. I'm more of the sit in the cut and wait till my time to pop out type person. So
okay.
that's my style. But it's definitely a few other guys who some heavy hitters off gate. So
uh,
what I mean, they definitely come out the gates talking big shit. But I'm a lay low and see what's what, and then pop my shit.
okay. But nah, man. Once again, we welcome you to the show. It's a pleasure having you on. But before we go on to this interview, I gotta ask you a couple things. Starting off, so apparently, front office people don't think JD5 is a top 10. Now I know it says top five. It was a typo on my end. They don't view him as a top five, a top 10 quarterback in this league right this second. And me personally, I'm like, y'all only saying that because you saw him hurt last year. Because once we see him up 17 games, no injuries, we talking about a dynamic, one of the top five quarterbacks, not just in the league, but not just on the NFC East, but definitely in the league. So I mean, I wanted to ask, like, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw it when I saw the list of 10. I'm like, where's Jaden? Then I
Mm,
seen something come out that he was, honorable mention. So I mean, for me, I look at that situation as like it's cool. They going to rank it off last year. You can't really put everything into 2024. He did have one of the, well, the arguably the greatest rookie season for a quarterback. You know what I mean, and leading his team to the NFC title championship game. But all in all, you know what I mean, we did come out of that game. We lost. We lost by a large amount. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Jaden's fault in a sense, but when you're the quarterback, you take the hit for that. Then you
Mm-hmm.
look at last year where you had the injury plagued season. But also, I mean, one thing that we do have to keep in mind, Jaden wasn't at the top of his game when he was healthy. Now, I mean, he wasn't as bad as a lot of people try to make it out to be, or they was calling it a sophomore slump and, saying he might be a bust and things of those nature. It wasn't
Yeah.
to that level, but, when you didn't come back out firing on all cylinders like you did the year before,
Mm-hmm.
you give the critics room to, play with you like this. So, in the
Mm-hmm.
grand scheme of things, I know Five would look at this situation and use it as fuel to motivate him. And he's definitely, like we've been mentioning with Terry. Terry seems like he has that attitude, that grit, moving around this offseason. But Jaden,
Yep.
he's definitely sneakily has that same grit as well. So I'm looking forward to see how he react and, show him what he got, pretty much.
Most definitely. Looking in the comment section, Dominique says, "Hey y'all, it was good. Was good. Was good. Glad you tuned in today. Thank you very much." I guess the second follow up is to that though, with everybody pretty much saying that he was an honorable mention. One person who was definitely showing off how elite he was Larry Tunzel because he was voted number 5 out of all the top left tackles in the league. Could have been higher, but I mean, he's in there. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I only see two people who's probably better than him, and I say probably because he's up in that echelon, which is Panay Sewell and Trent Williams. So, was your take on him dropping at number 5?
I mean, you're in good company at five. You know what I mean? Like you said, it could be top three, it can be top four, it can be top two, depending on who's doing the ranking. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think sliding him in the top five does show the respect that, they have for him. But I mean, depending on who's making the argument, he could be higher. I
Mm-hmm.
look at, the year that he had last year, and in the grand scheme of things, and think that yes, he's definitely top three, if not top two. But what I mean, again, making them top five, it's just too off, so it's not that far off. But if we was talking top 10 or 15 or something like that, then I
Mm-hmm.
would have a whole lot to say about it.
Exactly, exactly. Because I mean, it's just I really genuinely don't see because I'm a trench guy, so I love my old line guys. So I mean, when I see that he's in the top 5, I'm like, okay, he's in elite company, but who's better than him? I mean, other than Trent and Panay, because Panay is a young bull, but I mean Trent getting up there in age, so it's like you could flip flop them whichever way you
Correct.
want, but I don't see, and I'm not, and this is unbiased. I mean, even when he was in Houston, I was saying the same exact thing. So I mean, but it is what it is. So he's in there. But another person who I guess we could say is in there finally. Congrats to John Riggins because he is finally getting the number 44 retired. It's been forever and a day. It should have been retired years ago, but due to that little fuck Daniel Snyder, we had to wait years and years and years and years for him to come out there and finally get retired. I mean, I remember seeing video footage of when he got inducted in the Ring of Fame. He actually came out with his whole uniform on. I'm like, man, this dude wild, like for real.
Hmm.
So it's finally good to see number 44 get retired the way that it should. So what was your take on it?
Yeah, just definitely is good to see when they announced it. I'm like, damn, yeah, he ain't retired. His number ain't retired.
Mm-hmm.
But the same as what they did with Daryl Green, Josh Harris is pretty much, doing all the right things for his fan base, for our alumni, just for the, the team history in a sense. So, a guy like Rigo, just like we said, like, a guy like Daryl Green last year deserves this. And it's exciting. Is one of the key pivotal guys in the top of our franchise history. So, kudos to him for finally being recognized the way he should. And definitely shout out to Josh Hurst for doing what he was supposed to do and do what Ben should have been done.
Exactly. So I gotta ask, who do you think should be next on the list as far as getting that jersey retired?
If I were to say,
Mhm. You got a few out there that still ain't been retired yet. I mean, shit, you ain't
Well,
even
no,
got you ain't even.
Ak Monk was last year, right? And Derwin
Our
Williams
monk
the
was
year
last
before.
year. Yep, and you still got Sonny retired. Got his retired.
Sonny's been retired.
He's been retired. What's
Yeah,
his name? Joe Theismann isn't retired. Who else? I say I mean, it's a mockery in my opinion that there's no Hogs retired. Joe
mm,
Jacoby should have been retired. Uh,
yeah.
Russ Grimm should have
Russ
been
Grim,
retired.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I would
uh,
definitely say Theismann.
mm,
Theismann should be next up in
mm,
that batch. I'm not sure if they going. I mean, s- uh, I would retire Doug Williams just from the simple fact, being the first black to win that Super Bowl. But
mm,
that's my opinion. We don't know how they,
mm,
that side of things feel about it. But he should be
yeah.
one of them, in my opinion. But like you said, it's a lot of guys, that could be in that mix for sure.
Mm. But I mean, the only thing that and like when I had my dad on the show earlier today, he was saying that he wouldn't give what's the name, Doug, the retirement of that jersey because when he came in, he was yes, he was the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl, but he wasn't even playing that much that year, and even
Okay,
the
yeah,
year
yeah, yeah,
after.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's I
And they
would
got rid of him
definitely
the year out of year.
because I mean he's definitely worthy of being in the Ring of Fame. I mean that goes without saying. But when I'm looking at like retired number, like you got Super Bowls, you got what's the name? You're able to go ahead and you're a legacy.
Hmm.
Oh, honestly, I feel like Brian Mitchell should be the one getting this next, if it's not
Hmm.
any of the Hogs. So he should. I
Yeah,
mean, he's second all time behind Jerry Rice, who have the most yards, all-purpose yards.
all purpose yards. Yeah.
He's got the Super Bowl ring. He should have been in the Hall of Fame before Hester. I know that may sound biased, but I don't give a damn. And then just look at the Hogs. I mean, you have Russ Grimm, who's in the Hall of Fame, got 3 Super Bowls, been to 4, should be retired. And even as far as Joe Jacoby, who should have been in the Hall of Fame, but LT has been kicking his ass over his career. But LT does that to everybody. So
Hmm.
so yeah. But getting into the fun part of it all, here's where we go. What do you think, in your opinion, is the best Washington jersey ever?
Just the concept.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I mean, I know everybody gonna probably kill me for this, but I'm gonna say these new Black Hellraisers. I mean,
Dude, come on,
straight
sir.
up like that. The
Oh,
I'm gonna say the Black Hellraisers. Yeah, straight up like that.
so,
Like we wanted a black jersey for so long. Those last, Commander, Ron Rivera blacks was cool, but
mm,
these particular here,
mm,
like it's the concept of of the old days as far as the jersey structure, the fonts, and
mm,
all that. And then they gave us, that alternate black that was just ultimately fire. I would say,
mm,
next in line, I would go the burgundies over the whites.
mm,
What I mean, because those burgundies have so much history and they definitely icy this year. But I think all in all, if I was like design and pop, it's got to
mm.
be the Hellraisers, and they haven't even been worn yet.
Yeah, I'm feeling the Hellraisers, but close second is the one these jerseys, the one with the what's the name with the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just
It was.
okay.
I like those, but the helmet was. I wasn't a big fan of the whole helmet situation.
Mm,
You know what I mean. But as far as like concept, I love the burgundy
mm,
jerseys with the gold pants. Like
mm,
I think that's just flat out just like that. When we used to wear those, so
mm.
that's my thing. But yeah, but those joints cool too.
Yeah, D Monique says agree Z. Those jerseys are fire. So yeah, I just I love it wasn't even a helmet because here's the thing, like contrary to some people's belief, the 2012 RG3 burgundy ones I just didn't like the helmet.
You talking about
The
the blank
helmet with
helmet, the
the not,
throwbacks?
the throwback leather helmet look that
Yeah,
I
yeah, with the
wasn't
blank
feeling
helmet.
that,
Yeah,
but I did like the concept of the jersey that they had for that one. But
yeah. And they had
yeah,
the darker pants.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I thought those are nice. But were they the best? No, but I might have to agree with you on that all black because I mean, first thing I think of is all about the Benjamins dressed in all black like the Omen. So I mean,
Hmm.
so that I gotta go with the blacks.
For sure.
The next question is: would you rather Jaden Daniels throw for 450 or rush for 1,000?
To be honest, I would rather him throw for 400 and 4,500 than rush for a
Mm,
thousand because I don't necessarily want him running like that no more. To
mm,
be honest, I mean, if he does it, then great. But just all in all, 1,000 yards requires a lot of running, and
mm.
I mean, we're trying to move Jaden out of that, that style of play to keep him safe. So I'm gonna go with passing yards.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with passing yards too. I don't want my running back being the top rusher on my team. Next one up is name one quarterback. I'm sorry, name one commander player that you would trade right now.
I would trade one commander player. I would trade.
Hmm.
Mm, um, I
Yeah,
don't
they're taking
necessarily
too
want to
quick.
trade none of the guys. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily want to trade none of the guys. I mean, if I had to, I would say Nick Allegretti.
Okay.
I'm just not. He's probably the least confident starter that I am with right now. So, if it's
Mm.
a way to trade him, now I'm not saying that you can trade him and get an upgrade, but
Well,
definitely,
you
if
know,
I had to pick a player that's expendable, I would say him.
I thought a wrench in there. If you're gonna trade for somebody for another equal value, who would you trade for? If you're gonna trade Allegretti for somebody else, who would you go with? Or would you go for picks?
Yeah, it probably would have to be picks, and I just don't think I like Matt Golden, to be
Mm,
honest. And I know he a rookie, so it's kind of like an unknown. But I feel like I've seen Allegretti play, and I just haven't really been that confident in him to be a starter. So,
mm.
and I'm not necessarily saying I'm confident in Golden either. But I mean, that's kind of a hard one to see who you could trade for equally because he ain't really got much value. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would take a center upgrade if it was a way for us to have gotten Linderbaum.
Mm. Oh
Then
yeah,
I mean, if
oh
it's a
yeah,
way to trade something to get him, then yeah, hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what type of upgrade I want, like a real center that's gonna anchor that line and hold it down.
I'm looking at it like this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get equal value to it, but and I know they literally just came on to the team. I wouldn't mind trading Chase, Caleb Chase on and Adafi Olway for Miles Garrett.
Oh
I know
hell yeah, I would do that day.
that's
Yeah,
not gonna happen, but I
yeah,
mean,
all
fuck, if I'm
day.
gonna trade for somebody, I'm gonna make it wild. I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
all day.
I even throw a first round pick in that joint just to get Miles Garrett.
Yeah, all day. Shit, if
Yeah.
we talking shit like that, give me Jamal Chase. You know what I mean? You can have whoever you want.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
before we go any further, let's talk about our sponsor for the day.
So let me fill you in on W. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains zero maltodextrin, zero fillers, zero artificial colors or dyes, and is no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our caffeine fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jitters or no crashes. Can't even front, man. This is a pretty tasty beverage. I recommend that you go online to w.com to go ahead and get your own shaker bottle, your own Japanese energy blend that they have on here. This one, Japanese yuzu, like I said before. You can go on and get different type of flavors that they have on there and go ahead and order yours. And here's the thing, when you go on there, go ahead and type in the promo code ODBHTTC for 10% off on all your products.
Be sure to secure the dub with W. Go on to W.com and get 10% off by putting in the promo code ODBHTTC. So, Z, we got one last question before we roll out. And it goes as such. What is the biggest what if in franchise history?
Mm. I remember we was talking about trading for Brett Favre
Mm,
during them days. What if Deion Sanders would have been the Deion we needed him to be? You know what I mean? That little 1 year he had a punt return, but he just wasn't, you know what I mean? He
it
wasn't
wasn't him.
he wasn't prime. Um damn. I'm trying to think some other rumors we were kind of tied in. I feel like I remember rumors about a Tony Romo at one
Mm,
point. Um Yeah, it would definitely be something centered around a quarterback, like obtaining a franchise quarterback.
mm,
Even though Favre was on the back end, but it was around that time he was dealing with what he was dealing with the Packers, and he was about to fizzle out, but then he ended up going to Minnesota. But there was
mm,
definitely, I remember it was definitely rumors around that time that he was gonna come here.
mm. I was thinking, what if Marty Schottenheimer never got fired?
Oh, if we going like that,
Yeah,
or that
because
type of what if Sean Taylor never died? If we gonna
damn,
say that, that's the biggest what if in franchise history.
man, look here, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking the greatest safety of all time, and I ain't even trying to be like biased. I'm just like, you got somebody who can cover like Ed Reed and hit like name
Ronnie
any
Lott,
safety Ronnie
yeah.
Lott and Ronnie with shit. I mean, it's man,
Fast, like a
he was
cornerback.
6'3", 220, and
And
can and just damn. Looking at the comment section right now, Ebony Wright says, "Hey, what's going on?" Joe Kelly also says, "What you guys feeling about the D line this year?" Go ahead, man. Tell what you think.
I mean, I'm excited about the defensive line this year. One, because we made sure that we went and got faster. Really got
Mm,
some real pass rushers. Owe and Chason, I mean, Amenahu. So I mean, we didn't just add depth there. We went and got guys that's going to play,
mm,
starting caliber guys to already add to, what we already had. But then going back and getting settled to kind of stir up and give, be a compliment to Kinlaw and Payne already, and then you still already got Johnny Newton. So I think the D line in itself has been totally revamped, and I'm expecting, much improvement there in
mm,
that room, especially, definitely trying to see what Owe can do after,
yeah.
getting a deal that many people said was an overpay, but if you look at it, it was one of those potential type signings. So
Mm.
let's see what he can do.
I mean, I love the fact that we just went young. I mean,
Yeah.
everything. I think Tim Settle is the oldest lineman that we have on the roster, and he's 29 years old. So I mean, and every single one of those guys underneath him are either like in the prime of their career or ready to ascend. So I mean,
Hmm.
I love the fact that we got the Joseph's kid. I love the fact that we got a Minihue, Adafi Owe, and Chason. Both of those guys lit it up in the postseason. So I'm ready to see them just go off.
Hmm.
And I mean, and if Chason has the season that I think that he could, I mean, we could be re-signing him at the end of the year. So I mean, that's something to look forward to. That's my take on it.
Facts. That's
But
facts.
but Z, it's a pleasure having you on, my man. I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I wasn't gonna hold you any. I just wanted you to the people to get an in-depth look on Z on all the players that's in the Commander Clash Classic. So I appreciate your time and everything, man. And anything you want to say to the people?
Appreciate you, brother. Again, I love what you're doing.
Mm,
Already what you was doing, but then coming up with this idea about this, this classic has definitely, one have kept the content moving, but keeping all of the creators, abreast and on their
mm,
toes, trying to make sure that we stay up, stay on our game because ain't
mm.
nothing like a little bit of competitive fire. So I
Yeah.
think it's dope. I think it's dope. I think it's definitely getting some great responses and may the best
Mm.
man or woman win.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. But do you want to tell the people where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can find us at Reedie and Z on all platforms at ReedieAndZee on all platforms. We on the road to 3K. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you wanna, come sub us up, check out a couple videos first, see if you like it. If you like it, you can only do us one favor by
I'll bump all that
subscribing
stuff,
to the
man. Go and
channel.
subscribe to the man, man. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
even
subscribe
you
to the
even got to look at
channel.
the you see the vibes over here with this guy,
Yeah,
man. This smooth operator over here,
yeah.
but no, definitely. Thank you for coming on. Real quick before we head out, we are doing a jersey giveaway over here on Off the Bench. Once we get to 1,000 subs, if you are like if you're following the IG page and the Twitter page, because I refuse to call it X, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 1,000 subs, we are going to be on the giving away random person a free Commanders jersey. We're not doing any Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, or anybody else in the NFL, just the Commanders. So if you want to personalize one, cool. You want a JD5, you want to hell, you want to what's McCaffrey jersey? Hey, you can get that if you want to too. I mean, it's up to you.
That's a
Hey,
sneaky deal. Them personals
hey,
cost a little more. You
hey,
got it.
man, but you over here, shit. You seen the off the bench joint? So I
Yeah,
mean, if you want one, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and if
no
you get the
question.
lucky drawing, you gonna get you one, man. But
No question.
also if you haven't got your tickets yet, shout out to the Commander Kings. I'll be there. My dad will be there. My son be there. Kay be there. What's his name? Asia's gonna be there. I think Full Command's gonna be there. For the annual toast of the season, or it's gonna be over at Hook Hall on Sunday, August 23rd from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. There's going to be a signature drink contest. They got four different beverages. They got trivia games there. They got fan photos there. We got raffles. We got vendors. We got it's going to be a lot of fun. Live DJs and everything. If you've seen what it was last year on my channel, because I did a vlog on it, go and take a look at it. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Also, go ahead and see the vibes because it's $60 right now. August 1st it'll go up to 75. So get your tickets secure when we'll all see you out there. But yeah, man. Z, I appreciate you, bro, for coming on here, man. It's
Appreciate
always
you
fun to have
always.
you on. You, Reedy, even I'm interested to see how this joint's gonna go because you got the young buck in here who's been killing it with Wong and seeing both of y'all go at it all the time on Burgundy Breakdown.
Hmm.
I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. So I
No
mean, but
question.
nah. But thanks once again. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, comment, subscribe to the channel, that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. And as always, left hand up, who are we? The Commanders. Peace.